What's up, guys? AV Trades here, and I have a very special video today. So as you guys see by the title of this video, is Forex trading really worth it in the long run, right? That's a question that I think a lot of people want an answer for, especially when they haven't even started the industry yet, right? I'm gonna give you guys a little background story for those that don't know me. I started trading Forex in 2020. Well, actually, ending of 2019, beginning of 2020. So it's been about 4 years already in this industry, and I'll be honest with you, it's been quite a ride. So I used to drive tow trucks, I used to tow cars, and I used to work for Copart, Anaheim, all different types of auctions, picking up cars in different body shops. And then on the side, I also used to pick up cars from the street. You know, if you guys needed a tow, I was the guy you call, right? I'm from a small town called Patterson, New Jersey. It's very ghetto, right? So I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's very ghetto. It's what you call the hood, basically, in New Jersey. I got into trading because the pandemic hit. And as most of you guys, I lost my job because auctions started closing, body shops started closing. So I didn't really have anything else to do. So I was doing any side hustle I possibly could at the time, kind of to get by. Anything that made money, I was there. So it could be reselling sneakers, could be cleaning sneakers, could be picking up cars on the side, whatever the case may be, I was there just trying to make a buck. Pandemic hits, I'm at home bored one day, and one of my friends actually, he calls me, his name is Chris, and he calls me, tells me, bro, you ever heard of IML? So multi-level marketing, right? So for those that don't know, multi-level marketing is basically an academy where they used to use the term Forex as an attraction to get people into it. But really the main purpose behind it, which I found out later on, was just to recruit people and kind of build somewhat of a pyramid. So mainly people were just making money off of just recruiting people, having them under them, and then those people go and recruit other people. And then before you know it, it's a whole pyramid, and since you're at the top, you're collecting money literally from each and every single one of them, right? Without them, well, they knew, but it wasn't really in their face like that, right? I joined this academy, right? I lasted about 4 to 5 months in that academy, and then I quickly realized that that was just not for me, like, because they were very out loud about it, right? So they wanted people to just slide in people's DMs and, hey, you ever heard of this? Blah, blah. Like, it's just not my vibe. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just wasn't me. I decided to stop doing that academy, but one thing I will be grateful for is that that academy taught me what Forex was. They didn't teach me how to trade, but at least opened my eyes to Forex. That's a world of its own. So when I decided to leave that academy, I started doing research, very in-depth research, probably like most of you guys at home right now that probably have never been in this industry, have never traded before, but you guys are kind of curious, right? So you guys are probably on Google, probably on YouTube looking up Forex trading, what is Forex trading, and looking up all this crazy stuff online. That was me 4 years ago. And I stumbled upon a bunch of videos on YouTube, and I'm like, bro, this is really its own world. It has nothing to do with recruiting people. It has nothing to do with a pyramid. It has nothing to do with any of what that academy made me think it was. But I was grateful that at least it exposed me to the term Forex, which then I was proactive, and then I started doing my own research and finding out exactly what Forex was. I started dabbling on YouTube, Google, Baby Pips, all these websites, right? And I started putting together a game plan on, hey, maybe I wasn't meant to recruit people, maybe I was just meant to be a trader, right? So I started doing my own research. I locked myself in, because that's another thing that a lot of people don't understand. Trading is mainly psychological. So yes, the charts are something very important, you know, support, resistance, trend, maybe having a strategy on when to enter, when to get out, but it's mainly all psychological. It's really all on your approach, how you go about holding each trade, what's your psychology behind each trade, and do you have what it takes for you to actually maximize your profits in every single setup that you potentially take. So it's all really psychological. And on top of that, you gotta be crazy enough to really take a risk at risking money and not making a single dime in return, but you have this ambition that one day you potentially could be profitable. So in the beginning, you're gonna lose money. It's just what it is. It comes with the game, right? That's the price you pay to play the game. Simple as that. I started, investing a little bit of money into the industry, right? So a little $100, $200 into the market, $150, anything that I possibly could at the time. And I remember my first account I started with $239. And I don't know if it was beginner's luck, but that account, I was able to flip it to $1,500 within a span of a week, probably a week and a half. And I withdrew $500 and left the rest in that account. So I withdrew my initial amount plus an extra $270 profit, I was like, wow, this is really real. And that's what it took for me to really decide, okay, this is what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life. This is what's gonna take me to that next level that I always dreamed of. Because just like most of you guys, bro, I had all those ambitions too. You know, I wanted one day to have the supercar. I wanted one day to live in a penthouse. I wanted to have jewelry one day. I wanted to just be able to have the freedom to just do whatever I wanted to do. And I know it might sound very materialistic, but hey, man, you're talking to a 20-year-old at the time. You know, that was my motive. And I'll be honest, that was my motive back then. You know what I'm saying? So I got in the industry, I got into the markets, I started trading. I finally got that withdrawal, and that's when it all hit me. I'm like, damn, same way I made profit $270 with this little bit of money, if I'm able to rack up more money, I could make bigger profits. So that right there was the turning point, at least to get me out of the life that I had before and get me into this life, or at least change my mindset from thinking from before that, oh, I'm just gonna own a bunch of tow trucks and I'm gonna just, just be a tow truck driver the rest of my life, to, hey, potentially I could make a full-time living off of just sitting in my computer, clicking a few buttons and just having some knowledge and being able to literally print as much money as I possibly can, pretty much. Because in this industry, there really is no cap on how much money you could potentially make, so it's really open field, and you just do you, right? So with that being said, I finally got that withdrawal, and I want to call it beginner's luck, because right after, the money that I had left within that account, I ended up losing it literally in 15 minutes the following day. So back then I didn't really have much knowledge. I got into this industry pair called US 30, and that pair is very volatile. You need heavier capital to be able to trade it, and you need knowledge. I didn't know this back then. I just saw this random pair and I clicked, okay, buy. Yeah, buy my account, right? So ended up blowing that account, and I just kept going. The fact that I was able to withdraw that money initially and be able to spend it, it just built this sense in me of, this is real. Like, this is not a game. So I just kept going at it. I kept going at it, and I kept going at it. And fast forward 4 years later, here we are today. Now I'm in front of you guys, right? And probably you right now watching this video, you were me 4 years ago, right? You have no clue on what this is. You probably stumble around, a random guy on YouTube, which is myself, and now you're watching this video. And I'm here to tell you, in my personal opinion, because at the end of the day, everybody's gonna have their own opinion. I'm gonna tell you what happened to me. And in my opinion, it's 100% worth it. Because let's grab different scenarios. Let's say I'm in college, right? So I'm going to school for a few years to be an accountant. During those 4 years, I'm not really making money because I'm just a college student. So those are 4 years already kind of not wasted, but in a way wasted, because yes, you could have side jobs, but you're not really getting paid, top dollar, right? Because at the end of the day, your main priority in that time is just studying, becoming an accountant. You study 4 years, you go to college, and now you have this degree, and you're not guaranteed a job, first of all. And then on top of that, you're capped to a salary. Well, $250,000, maybe 200K. And that's after a few years, probably 10 years of you being in the field. Then you start making that top dollar. Now you look at the time, oh my God, 10, 14 years have passed by, and now you're finally making, $250,000, $300K a year, whatever the case may be. And if you look at this industry, I'll be honest with you, that there is potential to make those amounts literally monthly, like literally monthly. All it takes is for you to have the right knowledge and the right amount of capital, and you could literally make those returns within a month. I'd much rather spend a few years, trying to master this industry, trying to master the markets, and then have potential at making that amount of money that you originally were going to make a year being an accountant in a month. Or depending on how high your capital is, if you're blessed enough, you could even make that in a day. You know what I mean? So it's, in my opinion, it's 100% worth it. If you're just like me 4 years ago and you're sitting at home right now, kind of second guessing yourself on if you should give this a try, I'll give you my honest opinion. Yes, you lose nothing at the end of the day. Not that you lose nothing. Yes, you might lose a few $100, but at least it was worth it. But I will warn you though, because I'm going to keep it 100 too. It is going to take a lot of concentration. It is going to take a lot of dedication for you to get to that point of being profitable. It's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to have that one trade that just makes you rich from rags to riches, like they say. No, it takes a lot of long hours studying, a lot of long hours back testing. But I promise you, it is so worth it, because I much rather sit in front of my computer today for an hour, or even if it takes me 2 hours, right? Click a few buttons and make a few thousands of dollars, than go and give up 8 hours of my life to somebody else for, a salary, which at the end of the day, they could wake up tomorrow and realistically fire you, even if they want to. And how are you going to fight that? It's their company, you're their employee. So realistically, you're kind of on the verge of whatever they want is what's going to go. So I much rather have control of my life. I'd rather be the driver in my car than sit passenger and, kind of let somebody else dictate my future. Because at the end of the day, we live once, we live once. And just to put it into perspective, 18 years of your life are kind of gone because you're a kid, right? So 18 years are gone, right? On average, let's say people live up to 70 years, right? Take away those 18 years from that 70, realistically, you only have, 52 years left? So you have 52 years to build something, to become somebody, to leave a legacy, to leave a family, and make sure your family's straight. So you really have 52 years to really accomplish that. That's just us saying that, you live up to 70, because, again, there's a bad, there's a good. Most people don't. Some people are blessed that they do, and I hope everybody does. But reality is, a lot of people don't. So that's just saying that temple that you do end up living up to 70. So you really have 52 years to, make something of your life. So I much rather take a risk on something that potentially could at least guarantee me, okay, if I have 52 years, let's say it takes me even 5 years, right, to become profitable. Well, okay, take those 5 years away from that 52, you still have 47 years to enjoy, because once you're profitable, the potential is endless. The possibilities are literally, the sky is the limit on how much money you can make. The freedom that also it brings to you as well. Because like I mentioned, you could really sit in front of a chart, trade for 2, 3, even let's say 3 hours a day, and you literally have the whole entire rest of your day to really go out and enjoy life how you want to, right? So with the right knowledge, the right capital, this industry literally could literally change your life. It changed mine. I'll be honest, so it could literally change your life. So with that being said, is it worth it? Yes. Well, if I had to go back in time and do it all over again, I would do one thing different, and that's starting earlier. I'll be honest with you. But at the end of the day, I am not mad at when I started. I started at 20 years old. I'm currently about to be 24 years old in August. So still very young, still have a whole life ahead of me. So definitely a lot of potential to keep growing and keep experiencing new things, and definitely build a family and provide for them for the rest of my life, and make sure even when I'm not here anymore, they're very taken care of, right? So I want the same for everybody. So if you're like me 4 years ago, for all means, give this industry a shot, but give it an honest shot. Because a lot of people will say, yes, I tried it, it didn't work out for me. Did you really try? Did you really sit down? Did you really sat down, locked in at least for a year of your life straight, and really dedicated the time to actually learn this skill set? Did you really do that? Most people, they don't. They try for a week, try for a few days. Oh my God, it didn't work. I lost money. This is a scam. Bye. No, it's not how it works. You got to give it an honest shot. You got to give it an honest go. So please, if you are on the verge, I definitely would like for you to give it a try. For those that don't know, I do have a Telegram channel. Literally for $34.99 a month, you literally get a webinar every single week by me, literally live. We all hop on Zoom and we all answer each other's questions and we have a blast. On top of that, you guys get market breakdowns every single day from me as well, and trade ideas. So if that's something you're interested, make sure you guys click the link below, and I'll see you guys inside that Telegram. But all right, guys, so this video is coming to an end. Just wanted to give you guys my sincere thoughts on, is this industry worth it? And the answer is yes. So I hope you guys stick around. I hope you guys, actually try it. And if you guys like this video, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and leave a comment. That will help me a lot to at least let me know that you guys appreciate these type of videos. And if you guys want to see more, man, check out my channel. It's a lot more coming and a lot already posted. So for those that are very brand spanking new, make sure you guys check out the channel. There's a few gems on a lot of the videos. So I'll see you guys soon. Peace.